Well, watching them go up against the Greek Freak and the Milwaukee Bucks and the way they ran them out of the gym, the reality of the situation is that they clearly look like the better team, and we recognize that when they're hitting perimeter shots, they can beat anybody. We know about the leadership of Jimmy Butler, how he's a dog, make no mistake about it. We see the agility or the athleticism of a Bam Adebayo, but when you look at Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, certainly I'm not comparing them to Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. But in terms of these guys and their ability to shoot the basketball and to really go get it, when you see a guard tandem, the way that they're capable of playing together and what they're capable of doing from the perimeter, if they give you the kind of production that Tyler Hero gave you in Game 4 when he dropped 37, a guy like Duncan Robinson tonight, drops 5 3-pointers, hits 5 of 7 shots from the 5 of 7 shots from 3-point range. When they're doing those kind of things, you can't count them out against anybody, particularly in today's NBA.
Alright, so here we are. The Los Angeles Lakers are facing the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. And that is something that I did not expect to be saying this season. The Miami Heat are a good team, but I don't think a lot of people looked at this team coming into the bubble and said, yeah, they're making the finals. This is the first time since 1999 where a team 5th seed or lower made the finals, and just the 3rd time in league history. Now usually for these series, I have an idea of who might win the series. This time, I literally have no idea what's gonna happen, because both the Lakers and Heat have pretty much everything. They both have shooting, rim protection, perimeter defense, playmakers, and they just match up really well against each other. If I had to pick someone, I'd probably pick the Lakers. But it's not gonna be like the first 3 rounds where they just steamrolled over everybody. This Heat team is really gonna give them a lot of problems. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this series go at least 6, maybe even 7 games. Now, with all that being said, we have a few things to talk about this series. Mainly what the matchups are gonna look like, who has advantages in different areas of the game, and we're gonna be talking about how big of an impact the role players could have on this series. But before we begin, if you're new here, I'm Double D. I'm a huge basketball fan and I make NBA videos here on YouTube. So if you're also an NBA fan, or just a basketball fan in general, feel free to hit the sub button and click the bell to be notified when I upload more videos just like this one. Also, according to YouTube analytics, around 90% of you guys that watch my videos are still not subscribed, and so I would really appreciate that. Also, feel free to follow my Twitch, it is down below in the description, and it's also on the screen. Alright, let's get into the video. So this final series may be one of the most interesting of the entire playoffs. Mainly because the Heat have the personnel to slow down both Anthony Davis and LeBron James, but the Lakers also have the personnel to slow down Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Now let's start with Miami. So the Heat are probably going to have 3 different players rotating on LeBron throughout the series. They're going to have Jimmy Butler on him probably for most of the time. They're going to have Jay Crowder on him other times, but the Heat also have Andre Iguodala now. Man, LeBron just cannot get rid of this guy. Now, he is older than when he won the 2015 Finals MVP for his defense on LeBron, but he's also still able to hold his own on defense. He's played pretty good defense on Giannis in the possessions where he was guarding him. And just last season, he did this to Damian Lillard.
Will Iguodala foul Lillard? Almost stolen. Lillard stolen by Iguodala. Took it out of his hands. Curry from half court. It's up. It's over. And a guy who doesn't get enough credit, and if he played more during the year, would be first team all defense, because when it matters most, this guy has proven to be an elite all-time defender. Great hands, the strip.
So yeah, his age may play a little bit of a factor, but he's still going to be a pretty solid defender off the bench, no matter who they decide to put him on, which it may end up just being LeBron most of the time. Now let's talk about Bam Adebayo, because man, this is going to be the key matchup this series. Anthony Davis has kind of been the Lakers' most reliable option this entire playoffs. And so if the Heat are able to slow him down, that's gonna be huge for them. And they might have the perfect player to do that, and it's Bam Adebayo. Because while Anthony Davis shot 59.9% from the field this season against the Heat, he shot only 42.5% on plays defended by Bam Adebayo. Now, 42% isn't necessarily bad, but it's a lot better than 60%. So that's going to be the key matchup to look at, especially given that the Heat's head coach is Erik Spoelstra, who literally used to be the film coordinator for the Miami Heat. Like, I'm pretty confident he's gonna put together some sort of scheme for AD and this Laker team, maybe as soon as game 2. But while the Heat are gonna be in a good position in terms of who they're guarding, the same can be said about the Lakers. Now, I'm not sure exactly who's gonna guard Jimmy Butler. Given that LeBron took the challenge of defending Jamal Murray last series at the end of games, I'm sure we can expect the same out of him here. But we're not sure because he only defended 3 of Jimmy Butler's shots in the regular season, and Jimmy shot 1 for 3 on those. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Again, they're gonna have the guys to slow down Bam Adebayo as well. My guess is that Anthony Davis is gonna be guarding him most of the time. Maybe Dwight Howard at other times when he's in the post, but Anthony Davis is gonna have that matchup. See, this is why I can't definitively pick between either of them, because it's just so close in terms of what they're good at. But I do believe the one thing we can count on in this series is the fact that the role players are going to be a huge factor. Let's start with the Lakers. They have Danny Green, who, if he turns into 2013 Finals Danny Green, the Lakers are probably going to win the series. But actually, I don't even know if I can say that because the Heat also have Duncan Robinson. I'm literally not kidding, I think he's the 3rd best shooter in the league behind Steph and Clay. Like, this dude is crazy. So, Miami has that going for them. The Lakers have a lot of paint presence with Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, and Dwight Howard, who are all great shot blockers, so that's another thing to keep in mind. And they also have Kuzma, who's sort of a wild card at this point. We really don't know exactly what we're gonna get from him, but he does still have that ability to be another scoring option for them. The Lakers have Alex Caruso, who I don't personally have a problem with. I just have a problem with my entire Twitter feed being filled with Caruso, even though he just made a layup or he dunked the ball. Like, that's the only problem that I have with him, is that he gets way too much attention for his role. But he is a really good perimeter defender for the Lakers, and he was the main guy that helped shut down Damian Lillard in Game 3 of the first round.
On the boards, Lillard for 3. And they're just trading buckets right now.
Great decisions by Caruso. They're defending him like he's Dame Lillard, with all due respect. Overreacting.
Lillard misses the runner, grabs his 6th rebound. Caruso meets Lillard just about at half court. Lillard fires a 3. He hit 3 minutes remaining. Lillard trying to find the mark here in the 4th. That one way off.
So I'm not exactly sure who he's going to be guarding, but I think that there's a good chance that they're going to have him guarding either Goran Dragic or Tyler Hero. Now, let's talk about Danny Green on defense, because I feel like he's gonna give Duncan Robinson problems. If he could play decent defense on both Steph and Clay, then he'll probably have no problem defending him. And that's really the main people we need to look at this series. I mean, Jay Crowder on offense, if he hits some threes, then the Lakers might have to pay more attention, but other than that, I can't see him commanding too much attention from the Lakers defense, given that he's only shooting 39% in the playoffs and 34% from 3. But he's still going to be a huge problem for the Lakers on defense. And that's really all there is to talk about. This is not the series I had in mind because, as you all know, I picked the Clippers to come out of the West and the Bucks to come out of the East. And they both got second rounded. You guys have heard of the Dom curse and the Chuck guarantee. Well, now it's time for the Double D curse. Nah, I'm kidding. But let me know what you guys think about this finals. Are you excited to see the series? And who do you think is gonna win? Let me know what you guys think. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new, hit the bell to be notified when I upload, comment down below what you want to see next, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.